Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So in the past few days, I have received messages from our Wing Chun friend asking me why do one need to read the two textbooks which I wrote, namely the Basic Ancient Wing Chun Kuen Art and Science and the Beginning Wing Chun Kuen, in order to study the basic of Wing Chun Kuen. So they're asking, why do one need to study the two books, the two textbooks, in order to study Wing Chun Kuen? And they are thinking that if somebody is studying some sets, Wing Chun sets, and learning some fighting skill, then that's it, okay? That can master Wing Chun Kuen, and then they can learn some kinds of internal Jing or internal Wing Chun secret, so they can handle all this Wing Chun. Well, there is an issue here in studying a Wing Chun Kuen. The way to effective and efficient study Wing Chun Kuen has to start from the 6 core element, okay? And one need to know what is Wing Chun is about before one study the Wing Chun Kuen itself in intermediate or advanced level. So in the beginning level, one need to know the 6-13-3 and the mechanics of Wing Chun. So one know what it is, one get into, okay? The way of following, mimicking, performing some sets or some chi sao or some fighting techniques is not an effective learning of Wing Chun. In fact, it has pushed a lot of people into that trap for past hundreds of years. In the past 60 years or so, it is even worse, okay? The reason why it is even worse is because people keeping importing different stuff from other Chinese martial arts, such as Tai Chi, Yi Quan, and so forth. And in the same time, the Chinese martial art have gone into a pretty chaotic situations where a lot of people do not understand what they are actually practicing. So one need this 6-13-3, and one need exactly knowing what is Wing Chun in order to effective and efficiently study Wing Chun in a short period of time, instead of end up guessing a whole lifetime and go nowhere. Okay? Now, we often heard about something like oh, internal Wing Chun is you have to stand there, and then you have to align here, align there, align this, so you have this power, or use your mind, you can have this power, okay? And also, somebody will say you need to root down there so that you can take the force down to the ground, or it has to do in a Tai Chi way, Fa Jing and absorbing Jing, those kind of stuff. Well, those are some kinds of experiment on using the strength or using the body, but those are actually not Wing Chun, okay? One can study all those stuff. You look into the park, you can go to the park from America to China to Taiwan to everywhere. Look at those who do twistle every morning. They can be really good at it, and they can do knowing how to handle force in a different way. But can they really stood on the stage of the MMA or Thai boxing or Kyokushin, K1? Can they do the job? Or they just know how to do push hand? Same with a lot of people who do this chi style. Will that useful at all in the real situations? The answer is no. People can say, okay, I stand here, you push me, I can absorb this power, I can have a skill down there, and you can see from the skill how I kick the power and so forth. But you know what? That is a specific case, static demonstrations. When it get into the real situations of fighting, when thing has to be continuous, we don't want to use the term flow because it might be too philosophical. Continuous. When one get into the situations of continuity and in the split of the second one need to execute, there's no way one can stand there, I want to align my spine, I want to use my intention, all those stuff. Or I want to use my push hand skill. If one is not trained in fighting, one cannot fight. Okay? So all those align here, align there, those kind of stuff, it really get Chinese martial art into trouble for past hundreds of years. Look into YouTube. There are records of the internal art people fighting or doing match competition so forth in the, say, in the 50s in Hong Kong. You look at how did they perform compared with today's MMAs or Kyokushin or Thai boxer. Okay, and you see the level, and that is the kiss of death of. Usually people say, oh yeah, this is the teacher, he's famous, I have this superpower, magic power, and 5 people push me from different direction, I can bounce and off. Well, people believe in that, and the guy who do that thinking they know everything. But the thing is that when you once you get on the stage, on the match, then it's get into a totally different world. And totally lost. Lost, what I mean, not win or lost, but the mind is totally lost on how to handle the situations. Okay? So one need the 613.3. One need to know what is basic Wing Chun. Okay. So today, let me coach you to go through this in a very simple way. And once you go through this, you know, you understand exactly why you need this stuff, why you need that 2 books. Sure, nobody wrote that before. We wrote it today is because we are in a modern era. We know how to communicate, how to deal with technical even better and more precise because we go through industrial revolution. Today we can produce high-tech gadgets in millions, while in the past pre-1840, you probably need to make every walk one by one. Okay, now we can do mass production. That's why we need to use this quality to improve our learning. That's high-tech stuff. Okay, now I'm not saying that the ancient technology is no useful. I'm saying that using the high-tech to make sure that everybody get it, get what Wing Chun is about in a minimum time, and everybody good at it and progress further. Okay, so okay, let's go to 6 core element. The last 2 of the 6 core element, the strength and the momentum, is called the applications of the art. While the first 4, the body, the mind, the breathing, the chi flow, is called the body of the art or the engine of the art. Now, today I want to start with you so that you feel familiar and you can see clearly what it is. In an art, okay, in an art, let's look at the application of the art. The first thing is the strength. Okay, so strength let's not get into the fudging, the internal art can do this way, can bounce people off. Take those things off. Let's talk about the mechanics of a style. For example, a long style, a long fist style, will look at the fist like an iron ball, from the wrist up to the shoulder, and like a string. This is like the fulcrum. So the mechanic is doing this swing. Okay, so it's like a swinging of the iron balls. It's a swinging of the iron balls. Okay, that is the mechanics. Okay, so it's a swinging of the iron ball mechanics. Now, there is a long fist type of mechanics. Now we look into the short strike mechanics. Okay, like our Wing Chun, we use the mechanical advantage, the short mechanical advantage, the torque, okay, mechanics. So for the long fist, I have this cannonball or the iron ball here. I throw it out as far as possible. The string is linking like that, and I swing it. Create a lot of power there. Okay, with my body actually supporting that type of mechanics. With this type of mechanics, mechanical advantage and torque type mechanics, they are two different type of mechanics. So this is a Wing Chun, sticking body short strike. This is a long fist. Okay, so this is the use of strength. Okay, now with this use of the strength, it comes momentum, because in fighting you need to, it is an exchange of momentum, a manipulate of momentum. So the guy or the style which is having the mechanics like this will end up with the momentum like that. Okay, okay, because that is make the best use of their momentum or their strength, okay, or their mechanics. So this type of mechanics, this kind of momentum is based on making the best use of their mechanics. So they have their strategy on how to use this momentum, which is supported by the mechanics of, this is the iron ball, this is a string, this is the fulcrum area, and the swing. So in this thing, the beauty of it is like continuous swing. It's making use of the momentum, okay, of the iron ball here, where it swing. Okay, they don't pull back like we swing an iron ball. We don't pull back, but we just let it swing and hit something, bounce back, and we reuse the momentum. Okay, those type of momentum and those type of strategy in fighting. Now, in order to support this strategy of fighting, of course, the footwork will be different. The footwork will be different. Okay, and footwork is belong to this momentum, the core element of momentum. Okay, so in other words, you got mechanics of, this is the iron ball, this is the string, you swing it, that is the mechanics of the style, and then you use that mechanics to support the type of momentum which is make the best use of this mechanics. Okay, and so you use the momentum and the way how to fight, which is make use of those mechanics. And of course, the footwork will support that, will have to support that. Okay, now, as for the person who do the short strike like Wing Chun, is not going to get the same footwork, is not going to do the same techniques, but is going to go insert this type of techniques, this type of momentum, because it has to make use of the mechanical advantage and the torque. Thus, this is a long fist. Have long fist footsteps. Is in Chinese say Chong Qiu Dai Ma. Long fist. This is a long bridge, wide stance, and the Wing Chun is short bridge, narrow stance. So different stuff. Okay. So you see, one need to know the mechanics. One need to know the momentum of that particular style. One need to know the footwork which is within the momentum of that style. One need to know how to fight, which is the handling of the momentum of that style. Okay? And this is continuous stuff. And this is continuous stuff. Okay? It is never being, oh, touch my hand, I can handle your force down to the ground. Or use my mind, my yi, to perform my Xiu Lim Tao this way, that way. Or I'm in the root. In the real life, what root is there? In the short, there's no root, there's only flow, or there's only continuity. There is continuity here. There is reality of Chinese martial art. So from General Qi Ji Guang, 1560s, up to today, this is what Chinese martial art is about. It's not push hand, I'm going to use my force. That is actually create some kinds of cyberspace out there. One can live in the cyberspace, be a grandmaster out there. I can do this. I can have 5 people. You know, I can grow a long beard, long white beard, and then wear my Taoist or monk clothes and have you push me and I bounce you, and then you're going to fly away, and then I'm thinking that I'm some kinds of a supreme master. But that is what? That's living us in the cyberspace, like in the internet. In the real world is this momentum stuff. Can one handle it? Okay? And one need to be good at the style one practice. If it's one good in this, then one good in this style. Long fist. If one good is in this style, then one good in this style. Short strike. What is got to do with this and all this Chi style stuff? Got nothing to do with that. Those are some experiment. Okay? And just let's not stuck in that experiment in a cyberspace thinking that's reality. It is not reality. That's not even Chinese martial art was intended for. Look at the Qi Ji Guang records of 1560. Okay? Look at the Army 29 which is fighting the Japanese in the invasions of China by the Japanese. Reality is not that cyberspace or watching movie, Hong Kong movie, those kind of magic power. It doesn't exist. It exists in the movie and the cyberspace. Okay? And 我站桩, you can have magic power to bounce people. Well, one can think that in the cyberspace, if one meets somebody who is good in this, where is very fluent in this, you see the footwork walking all around, one couldn't even know where the punch comes. Or if one is good in this, meet somebody is good in strike weight, It is like you look at how many people get when the BJJ or the grappler get in, one totally give up. Okay? So one need to know the application of art, which is the use of strength of that, or the mechanics of that style, and the momentum, which is supported by the mechanics. Now, that is the element 4 and 5. Now, element 1 is the physical body element. Element 2 is the mind. Element 3 is the breathing. Element 4 is the chi flow. Let's talk about element 1. The body, which is conditioned to do this, is not the same body with this. So which type of body one conditioned to develop? Okay? The guy who developed this probably will have to have a pole, a rod here to handle the core and swinging. The guy who do this will have to retract the arm, have the mechanics, the mechanical advantage, and the center line, the center axis torque. Different type of the body. So if the body is not opened up and then conditioned according to the style, what are we practice? People think that, oh, you just song your body. Song for what? People know exactly long fist or short strike. It's not song. Song have power. Song for what? Okay? The mindset is different also. With the long bridge, very agile footwork and very quick footsteps, compared with this is close body, the mindset is different. Here I can see. Over here, how should I track the opponent? Got to do with mind. Okay? And then, of course, the breathing is going to be different with this type of the long fist type and the short strike type. And then on top of that, the chi flow, the handling will be different. So there's 6 core elements. When one go to study a style, if one knows this, any style, if you want to analyze with this way, and learning all the 6 core elements, to the minimum one know what the heck is going on with that style. Okay? And of course, you have the 13th state because you want to know what level is our attainment or accomplishment or the level we can handle. That's the 13th state. That's the 613.3. So 613.3 is an educational platform. That is why I wrote the first book, The Ancient Wing Chun Kuen Art and Science. It is all cause-effect scientific and it's systematic, comprehensive. That's what need to know. The second book on the beginning of Wing Chun Kuen, need to know long come, short receive, close in, and how the body handling, how the techniques is used, how to receive those stuff. This is not this. It's a totally different stuff. Okay? So that's the reason why we need this for education. Otherwise, one can spend a lifetime spinning around, guessing around, have a long beard, wearing the monk robe, and then showing like in the New Year party demo, you push me, I can bounce you, those kind of thing, and thinking some kind of master, and then but it just really cannot do a thing in the real fighting situations. Okay, and it cannot do a thing either in the real qigong for healing your body. Okay, so you need the 613.3 and you need to know what exactly is Wing Chun mechanics. Now, saying that, I'm not saying that I know it all. I'm not. I'm just saying that this is the common denominator. And you need a Sifu to teach you all the details, but this is what the common denominator. Everybody need to learn this, otherwise it's incomplete. So stop arguing also or debating. Oh, does iYikKam teach you the complete Wing Chun? Or Leong Zhan teach you the complete Wing Chun? Or Wong Wah Po teach you the complete Wing Chun? What the heck is that? Until one know the basic, and today's we can prove most doesn't even know the basic. So what is about this? I know all about Wing Chun. I lead all the Wing Chun. Do I know it all? No, I don't. I just tell you that this is what I found in my research. This is a common denominator. Get this, grab this. At least we know our boundary. We know what to practice. For who is advanced, who is supreme master. First, I care less. Second, it's not my business. Okay? So let's stop to do, this is the force. I can do this, I can bounce people, I can push hand, I can use my body this way to control this, I can root. What has this got to do with this if you meet one? What has this got to do with this if you meet one? You're going to face those people in the real life. But in the cyber world, it is like, oh, I can have this chi, I can have this jing. So, here I share with you what's going on. It is already a lot of messed up, very messed up. Okay, in economic sense, this is wasting time and money, wasting the consumer's time and money. Okay, and create pollutions. We want to be effective and efficient. Wing Chun is a good thing. Chinese martial art disregard style. If they are practiced properly, it is a good thing. That's why again and again I say we need an education. No more those chi power, magic power, supreme grandmaster, the story of iYikKam, the king of Wing Chun. You look at those people who talk about those stories 10 years before, 10 years later. Where are they? You look at the people who talk about this internal here and there, mind power, 10 years before, 10 years later, where are they? Are they getting better? Just take a look. Or they stuck there, be a storyteller or philosopher. While the MMA, the K1 proceed further and further. The reality getting further and further from the cyberspace, which we believe that it has to be this way, that way, that way. We can continuously live there and continues not be able to touch the reality. So this is to share with you today why we need that two books. Why I want to get into university with those two books. You need to make formal. Otherwise, everybody will be screwed. Okay? Again, I am not some kind of supreme grandmaster or anything. I just interested in research and education, and I like everybody you guys who watch to be good in a short period of time, learning it in an efficient, effective way, spend less money on things, get the most return, get a strong body. Don't learn how to fight, learn how to have a strong body. Health is important today. Actually, we are fighting our health today more than anything, because as soon as we open our eyes, our body is aging. There's a whole bunch of stuff we need to deal with. For self-defense, that's good, but this body is a real battlefield. Okay, so this is for you today.